Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me on Sports Talk. Today, I have the absolute honor and pleasure of having Patrice GAINES on the show today. Patrice, I just want to say that I'm grateful and I'm happy that you're coming on the show, and I really want to know everything about what's going on with you and your story that a lot of people do not know about. But first, I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
Um, who's your favorite football team? That's the first thing I got to ask you.
The Tennessee Titans.
The Tennessee Titans. Okay,
Absolutely.
okay. So did you so you watched the playoff games last season, right?
Every last one of them.
Okay. So I mean, were you shocked when you saw how Derrick Henry was how he was doing his thing out there on the field against Baltimore?
No, we always knew he had it in him. He's always showed us good things. So no, I wasn't shocked. Y'all were shocked. If you're a Tennessee Titan fan, you were shocked.
Yeah. I mean, I was shocked. I've got a lot of family that's actually Boston fans, so uh, I got to say that they were pretty shocked when
You murdered them.
yep. Oh yeah, we ran through Boston like they were kind of shocked,
Yep,
especially at the end. So,
absolutely.
hmm but I tell you what, so we went to high school together. You know, a lot of people don't know that John Overton High School, Nashville, Tennessee, Bobcats, and all that good stuff. So
All that.
So I haven't. So I've only seen you on Facebook, and I haven't even seen you in person since that time. I live in Dallas, and you still live in Nashville, Tennessee.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so one of the stories that really caught my attention uh, was when you were actually in the hospital, and I didn't know why, and it took me a while to find out. I just had to keep just keep looking at your page to find out what was going on. So if you can actually just do a short story or however long you want to make it and tell everybody what happened with you and when exactly it was.
Okay. So March 10th, 2018, I went to Opry Mills Mall. I had a slight headache before I left my home, um, so I took a goody powder. No big deal. I don't get a lot of headaches, but it was a nagging headache.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Earlier that day, I had some contractors at my home doing some work, so I thought that I had a slight headache because of the banging and the noise and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the mall and I'm standing in line and I saw a girlfriend and she comes over and she hugs me and immediately my head just started hurting really, really bad
Mm-hmm.
to the point where I couldn't even keep my eyes open. And I remember grabbing my head and she says, "What's wrong?" I said, "My head is hurt." And I remember her saying, "Let me try to find you somewhere to sit down." And I passed out. I woke up and I was on the floor um, in the store. And I remember opening my eyes, but it hurt so bad. I closed them back up. And she said there was a nurse in the line as well. They thought I had a seizure. And they had already called the ambulance. They had already gotten in touch with my best friend. So I get to the hospital. And from that point until uh, hmm, day 21, 22,
Mm-hmm.
I have no memory.
Wow.
I was in ICU
Mm-hmm.
and I have no memory of the first 21, 22 days.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're gonna hear me say I woke up because for me not to have a memory, I had to be in a coma, right? I had to be asleep. But I wasn't. They kept a journal. My family and friends kept a journal for me to
Mm-hmm.
read. I've only read it twice. It is a eye opener and a tearjerker.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they they wrote down every day things that happened. Um, it was crazy because I was still talking to people. I was having full blown conversations with people.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I woke up on day 21, 22, now I can't remember, 21, 22. my mom was there, and I looked at her, and she stood up, and I go, Mama, and I go, where am I? And she goes, baby, you're in ICU. You've been here for 21 days. You had a brain aneurysm.
Mm,
You've had 3 surgeries. And I'm just looking at her.
mm,
And I remember I started crying. And I had tubes coming out of my head. They had to shave half of my head back with hair off.
mm,
Um, I had an awesome, awesome neurology team. They, hands down, I was in good hands the whole time and didn't even know. And then I went through 2 weeks
mm.
of physical therapy in the hospital, and then I was able to be released. I have no signs of a brain aneurysm. I don't have slurred, because the brain aneurysm is a stroke. It's a stroke. Um, but I have no signs of it. Um, and I was able to walk out. I think it was day 44. I was able to walk out of the hospital.
Oh my gosh. Mm,
Um, 2018 was a pretty rough year. That was in March. After I got better from that, got out of the hospital, I went through another month of outpatient physical therapy. Um, I was having severe chest pains. And so in November, I'm at the hospital and I end up having a 95% blockage. So all of this was in 2018.
mm,
Um, so I got a stent put in, had that done, and I started, well, I wouldn't, I think, well, I'm gonna let you go ahead and ask me whatever you want to ask me from that point on. So 2018 was a brain aneurysm and a 95% blockage. So I had a rough 2018,
mm.
but I'm here and I'm blessed.
Right,
And I'm healthy now. God has blessed me. He spared my life.
right. That's that's tough. I mean, that's man. I don't even know what to say. I guess I'm just glad that you made it through. I mean, I know that's tough. You just all of a sudden your head hurt, and then you just laying there on the floor, and then next thing you know, you're waking up in the hospital. And I know everybody. I know your mom included. I know everybody was shocked and was praying for you, and I know
Yes.
by your side is what it looked like.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so, and it also looked like that there was a bracelet that everybody had. If I'm
I
not,
actually still wear it. I actually still wear it to this day. It's a constant reminder. It says Patrice Strong. Oh Lord, I have on a lot of bracelets. I'm sorry. Can you see it? It's the orange one.
I can see it. Hmm.
It says Patrice Strong. I woke up and I was joking with everybody. I was like, damn, y'all thought I was dead? Had t-shirts made with Patrice Strong. They had bracelets made with Patrice Strong. I have so many people that love me. Um, it was just simply amazing. It was overwhelming, and it's crazy. You know how you know you're loved, but I don't know if I realize how much people truly do love me.
Hmm.
Um, I remember because of the memory loss, and they told my mom, they told my mom and friends that I may end up in a nursing home and I wouldn't be the same. And they told them that I would have memory loss, but they didn't know how far it would go back. Thank God, the only memory loss I have is those 21 days. That's the
Hmm.
only thing I don't remember. I remember up to me passing out, and I just don't remember the ICU part. Um, I did a lot of the journal is wild things that I saw naked people, I saw spiders. I guess clearly it was the medicine, but yeah, I was talking crazy. My mom took me back down to the ICU floor the day before I was released to see if it triggered anything. Plus, I wanted to thank the nurses that were in ICU. And as soon as I got off of the elevator, a nurse eyes just got really big, and I just looked at her. And she was like, "Oh my God, you look so good." And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I heard I was acting a fool on y'all." And she was like, "Oh, it's okay." I was like, "I don't remember." She's like, "We don't hold it against you." But no, I still had no memory, even going on the floor. No
Okay.
memory.
So let me ask you this though. So how bad? on a scale of like 1 to 10, like how bad was it as far as how close were you to actually not being among the living?
There, so let me just tell you this. I live alone. Um, if I would have not left my house that day, I would have died
Wow.
because there's you think about it, by the time someone realizes you're not answering the phone or responding to text messages, it's usually 24 hours
Mm.
going and already into the second day.
Right.
And so God was just with me the entire day.
Hmm.
Um, I left the house. There was a friend in the same exact store where I had the aneurysm.
Hmm.
She was able to immediately get in touch with a friend. The friend beat the ambulance to the hospital. My friend immediately called my mother. My family's in Knoxville. By the time the doctors got on the phone with my mom, they were like, no, you need to get on the road right now. They didn't think I was going to make it. They
Wow.
didn't think I was going to make it. And so my mom and my sisters just threw some clothes in the bag and got on the road. And I think they got here like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm.
Um, and my mom never left. My mom, my mom is amazing. She's so amazing. She stayed with me until I was able to go back to work. So mama, and she never left me. And we don't believe in leaving people at the hospital by themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so they had to beg my mom. My friends took turns. They called it babysitting me.
Hmm.
They were like, "Who's babysitting Patrice today?" Because they want my mom, to just get
Hmm.
out of the hospital, in my house, have a good night's rest, shower, do what she needed to do without having to worry about if someone was going to be there to, be with me. And so, yeah. So my friends are amazing too. They took turns, let my mom leave on the weekend, and come back. So
Right.
they're
Woo.
really, really close to death.
Yes, and that's what I kept hearing. So that was pretty scary. I mean, I will say I was paying close attention, and it's so funny because I think I saw one of your videos you did, and I don't know if it was during. I think you were still in the hospital. I think you were telling everybody kind of like the story of like what happened, and then you also told, if I'm not mistaken, you said some type of joke. You're funny. I actually think that you should be. I think you should do I don't know, comedy or something like that because there's some stuff. I've been watching some of your posts or whatever on Facebook, and I'm telling you, man, you say some stuff that like some days I'm like this, and some days I'm just I'm laughing, like I'm on the floor like laughing like that. But I gotta say, through it all, I mean, you have a great spirit. I will say that, and I'm really happy that man, really happy that you made it. You know,
Thank you. Me too.
and you're still here. And actually see your posts. I see you working out a lot. I mean, do you?
So,
Yeah, tell me about that.
so crazy thing. I was at my healthiest. Isn't that crazy? I was at my healthiest when I had the brain aneurysm. And I try not to say why me, when I have my conversations with God, because why not me? But
Hmm.
I was at my healthiest, had a trainer, was working out with my trainer 4 to 5 days a week.
Hmm.
And going into 2018, I was like, okay, I just want to lose XYZ more and continue to lift weights and all this. And then I had the aneurysm. And I still try to work out in 2018.
Hmm.
And it was a little frustrating because clearly my body was totally different.
Hmm.
I could not do things that I was able to do for the last couple of years working out with a trainer. And it was a little discouraging. And then I got on all this medicine and it's steroids and weight gain. And so 2019 was rough for me.
Hmm.
And so I just started back in 2020, 2020, getting it together. So
Hmm.
that's so I am working out now. Yes.
Okay.
And I'm close to my first goal. I'm about 20 pounds away from what I was before I got sick. So I'm excited about that.
Hey, that's good news. So what
Yeah.
does your workout consist of? Because it looks like I know you do a lot of like walking. I see that, and I see your little trail. How y'all mark the trail, and y'all go out there and y'all
Yeah.
do it. Is this like every morning you guys actually go out and do that, or is this every?
Weather, no, weather permitting, me and my girlfriends meet every day. Um, we have accountability partners. So if if the weather is not permitted, I go to the gym.
Mhm.
And I actually meet one of my girlfriends at the gym 3 days a week, and we weight train. So
Oh,
I just started that about 3 weeks ago. So,
okay.
and the first week I could barely walk. You would have thought I've never lifted weights in my life. I could barely walk, but it's better. It's better. So I
Well,
do that.
that's good. So I heard you say so your mom, she actually lives in Knoxville. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, have you ever you know that's where the Vols are, right? Tennessee Vols.
Yeah.
Okay. I just didn't know if you knew that. Uh, I was about to play something about them Vols on there, which I see. That's my green screen on there. But um, is your mom is she a football fan?
No.
Really?
My mom nothing about football. I It's three girls, and so my father, he's deceased now, but he taught me about football. I'm the only one that care about football. My mom could care less about football. My sisters could care less about it, but my
Mhm.
dad taught me football.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Well, I'm glad I got you on here because I want to ask you some questions. Since like I said, I see your post and everything. I know you can answer any question. Anything that I put out here. I know you can. I know you can answer it, whatnot. But this is just about choosing between one and two. So I'm gonna ask you this or that, and I want you to say
Okay.
which one you like. So let me just say, that's the participation team. Okay, so here we go. So French fries or baked potato?
Mm, French fries.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because you didn't say sweet potato. If you would have said French fries or sweet potato, I would have said sweet potato. But you said baked potato.
I did. Yeah, I did. I said baked potato. Okay, so um, steak or crab legs?
Crab legs.
Mm. Hold on for a second because that's my triangle. Good choice. Okay. Um, Crown Royal or Hennessy?
Hennessy.
Mm.
You say you follow me. I'm a Henny girl.
Okay. Um, Concert or house party?
See, it depends on my mood.
Okay.
And then it depends on who's in concert.
Okay.
So I can't. That's hard.
Is that hard?
It is hard for me to answer.
Well, who's your favorite artist?
Oh my God, Jill Scott and Anthony Hamilton,
Okay.
and I can go see them as many times as they come. I don't care if they don't put out another record. I
Uh,
will go every time.
okay.
So if you said a house party or in concert tonight, Jill Scott or Anthony Hamilton, I'm going to the concert. But if you said a rap group, I'm going to the house party.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, do you like Beyonce by any chance? I'm just curious.
I like I saw her for the first time in 2018,
Hmm.
her and Jay-Z, and she is an amazing performer.
Okay. Okay.
I do like B, but I'm not in the beehive.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. So let me keep this going. So coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Mm, there we go. Let's see here. Wings or shrimp?
Oh, I like both of them, but I love shrimp. I love seafood.
Hmm. Okay.
So,
I like seafood too. Hot dogs or hamburgers?
oh, there is nothing like a grilled hot dog. Okay,
True.
I'm gonna go with a hot dog
Okay.
because you said hamburger, and rather have turkey burger.
Turkey burger. Okay. What do you put on your hot dog?
Mustard, ketchup, and mayo.
Mustard, ketchup, and mayo.
All three of
Okay. You like cheese on your hot dog or?
them. No.
Okay. Okay.
And sometimes I do chili.
Chili. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Well, this will be my last question. Now, since I know your status and everything, would you rather do a Netflix and chill or dinner and a movie?
It depends on my mood because I like both of those.
Mm,
Depends on my mood.
okay. And I guess that depends on the guy as well.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you. Okay.
And it can't be the first. It can't be the first date either. I'm not gonna Netflix with you on the first date. That's kind of like a state, like couple of dates, and we feel comfortable for you to come to my house or me to go to your house.
Right.
So that's later on. So we'll choose movie and dinner.
Movie and dinner. Yeah, that's you're right. And I didn't even think about that before I put that. That's thank you for clarifying that because I've seen your status on Facebook.
Ah,
Lots of gentlemen know that you are single, and
ah,
I'm not even going to ask about the dating life. I'm going to leave that out. I won't even. I won't even. I won't go there. Just because your face did that in particular, I definitely won't be asking you that question. But I do got to ask you this though, since you are in Nashville, Tennessee, and I saw the draft there. The draft looked like it was pretty tight. There's a lot of people downtown at the draft.
did you see that? Did you see the picture?
Yeah, I saw.
Dear God, yeah,
Yeah, I never seen a draft like that before. I mean, they had a draft the year before in Dallas, and then when they brought it to Nashville, they were just like, "Oh, okay, you can just be outside, just outside, and everybody just pack it in like that." And I mean, they
yeah,
packed it in pretty tight. I never seen anything like that before.
yeah. Yes.
I thought it was outstanding. So, but let me ask you something though, because like Nashville has this big thing about hot chicken. Okay, hot chicken. So I've never been to any of them. I haven't tasted any of them. So I got to ask you this: have you had Prince's hot chicken?
Are you ready for this? Are you ready?
Am I ready?
You ready?
Yeah, yeah, I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. I am the wrong chick to ask about some chicken, okay? I could care less about any of them places. I don't do spicy chicken. I do some chicken wings, and then guess what? They're normally plain, and I dip them in some ranch dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I feel a little certain way, and I get lemon pepper. But I had Prince's one time when I went to Tennessee State. Um, I had to wait forever to get it,
Mm-hmm.
and I never went back. But
Yeah.
I'm not a big chicken person. I'm just not the right person to ask about the chicken. Um, and then Helen's is hot. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of people like Helen's.
Right.
So I'm not the chicken girl. I could care less.
Yeah, I had to ask because, I was going to take a trip to Vegas. We always do a men's trip, but I was actually going to take one this year, but it got canceled because of COVID. And there's a restaurant that opened up there. It's called Hattie B's Hot Chicken, and it's actually in the Cosmopolitan restaurant. Las
Oh,
Vegas. So I thought that was pretty tight. I was like, what? They got a Hattie B's? And I know, if I'm not mistaken, Hattie B's is in Nashville too as well, right?
I I think it might be two locations.
Okay.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I,
I got you.
I
You know what? I'm the exact opposite. I love chicken. Spicy chicken. I don't eat it all the time like that per se, but I do like chicken. But you know what?
well, all the places you name, I hear about all the time, so they have to be amazing, right?
Right.
Everybody still loves Princess. Everyone loves Helen,
Hmm.
and Hadith. So
Yeah.
I don't think you can go wrong with any of them.
True. You're probably right. But I do need to find out when I come to Nashville. I'm definitely gonna check it out. But so I'm gonna wrap it up. What did you do? COVID came around, and I mean, how did it change your life when COVID came this year?
Um, thank God it didn't change my work status. I've been working from home since March 13th, full time since the COVID. Prior to that, we could work from home 2 days a week. So it was So I was used to working from home at least 2 days a week. So now it's just every day. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm blessed that it has not affected me financially.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I still get out to walk with my girls. That's the most I do. Um, I've had a couple of things at my home. Um, for my birthday, my best friend's birthday, limited to about 10 people, no more than 12.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I did take a COVID test, negative. So
Oh, that's good.
I'm not affected.
Oh, that's good. That's good. We
Thankfully.
yeah. So what kind of test did you get like that? It's some type of test. It's called like a rapid test. Did you do like the rapid test, or did you do like the test that takes like 6 or 7 days to do?
I did rapid. I did rapid. It was back. The results were back in 2 days.
Oh.
It was uncomfortable. It was. I said a choice word, and
Mhm.
he said, "You're almost done." I mean, the thing. Did you have one done?
No, I've got a friend of mine that's in the military. He's actually stationed in Hawaii, and he said he actually went and he did the test, and I think they said they put like a swab up his nose a couple times. I think he said. So
It
is that what?
it kind of reminds you of a Q-tip, just a very long one.
Mhm.
And I was out. It's almost like a drive-through service is what I went to,
Right.
and they I laid my seat back just a little, tilted my head, and they just, I mean, it went so far back.
Hmm.
I mean, where my eyes immediately started to water.
Mm.
And I said, "Is that it?" And he goes, "No, we have to do both nose." I'm like, "Again?"
Oh.
Yeah. So then, so then he did it. But all in all, it literally took, I don't even know, a whole minute. I don't even know if it took a whole minute,
Hmm.
but it seemed like a lifetime.
Right.
But it was, it was done over. And my results were back in 2 days, and I was good.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I haven't done it, and I've heard about it. And I don't even want to. I just don't understand why they can't just take a sample of your blood, and then if you got a blood sample, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with like the respiratory, uh,
Mhm.
something like that. I'm not really sure or whatnot, but I don't know. I just know I'm not ready to do it. But if I have to, I'll do
I get it. Huh?
I mean, if I have to do it, I'll go do it, you know. But
Yeah.
if you heard, Russia is saying they have a vaccine for the COVID test, and how do you feel about? Let's just say, they all of a sudden everybody's like, okay, we have a vaccine. Are you taking it?
No, I don't even take the flu shot.
Hmm.
I don't do any of that stuff. And my mom is religious about taking the flu shot, and she got the flu like 2 times. So I'm like, what? No,
Hmm.
no,
Yeah,
no,
that's funny. We feel the same way. We're just like, no, I'm not going to take that thing. We don't know
no.
because we don't
I
even
don't
know
want them
like what
to.
they're giving us really. I mean, we
No, exactly,
so.
exactly. So no.
Hmm. I tell you what, I'm not going to ask you that last question. I'm going to leave that one alone. But will
You
say,
sh-
what'd you say?
you sure you don't want to ask? If I don't want to answer, I'm gonna say I'm not answering. You
Okay.
sure?
Well, no, I think there's some guys that were interested and want to know, like, you know, are you dating right now, or are you just kind of just doing you right now?
Um, I am. I'm not opposed to dating.
Hmm.
I'm not dating anyone. Um, so I'm not opposed to dating. I'm not dating anyone.
Okay.
I think the young folk, my guy baby put me up on it. She was like, "TT, you're single, single." I was like, "Oh, I'm single, single, right?" She was like, "Yeah, you single, single." Oh, so now
What-
I have to ask, are you single, single, or just single?
So what is the
I'm
difference though?
single.
What does one mean versus the other? I'm a little.
So she said, if you single, single, you really single. You not fooling with nobody.
Okay.
If you just single, you single, but you got somebody you fooling with.
Right.
I'm single, single.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So guys, there you go. The ones who wanted me to ask that question, boom, there you go. So,
Yeah,
so somebody probably reach out to you today, probably about 5 or 6 guys. No, I'm just kidding.
hilarious, baby.
Patrice, thank you for coming on with me. I appreciate you coming on. And it'd be cool if you did like a podcast. Like I think you can actually do a podcast, the Patrice Gaines podcast. I mean, Hey, you never know.
You never know. I don't know. Like I told you, you were like, I think the third person that has reached out to me, asked me to do something like this.
Mhm.
But really, I'm really boring. So I'm just like, well, what do y'all want to talk about? Like, before I say, yeah, what do you want from me? Anyway,
Right.
so you're the first one. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I wasn't nervous. You made me very comfortable, so I'm okay. So
I appreciate
thanks.
that. Well, thank you for coming on as well, and it's an honor, and you're definitely an inspiration to a lot of people. I will say that.
Thank,
I know your mom loves you. I know your family, your girls. I know everybody is really just honed in on your spirit and just the positivity that you show. After everything that's happened with you, and I really appreciate you coming on, Patrice. And I wish you
thank you.
but the best of luck in your future endeavors and whatever you have going on down
Thank you.
the road. Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, Patrice Gaines. Thank
Bye.